What happened to the 27 players drafted before Jaden McDaniels? Some show up in the league piled under heaps of hype on draft night, while Jaden McDaniels was a mere afterthought, the number 28 pick in 2020 overlooked by franchises that felt he was too raw. Fast forward 3 years and Jaden McDaniels has been shutting down NBA superstars, leaving everyone asking, how did he slip so far? Today we revisit all 27 players picked ahead of McDaniels and compare where they stand today after his meteoric rise into what would now be the lottery. Number 1, Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, who was the top overall pick, has so far justified the hype and more. With his bouncy, athletic scoring, he's already becoming the face of the Timberwolves and earned his first All-Star appearance. Number 2, James Wiseman, Indiana Pacers. James Wiseman had a ton of potential when the Warriors took him second overall, but injuries and inconsistency stalled his development. Having failed to click with Golden State, he was traded to Detroit, where he's shown moments of dominance. At this point, however, the selection feels like a missed opportunity for the Warriors. Number 3, LaMelo Ball, Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball has been everything the Hornets could have asked for and more. Winning Rookie of the Year quickly cemented his status as one of the best young playmakers in the league. His vision, flashy style, and ability to put up consistent numbers have made him a star in Charlotte. Number 4, Patrick Williams, Chicago Bulls. Patrick Williams was considered a reach at 4th overall, and his development has been slow. There have been glimpses of him as a solid defender and a decent spot-up shooter, but injuries and inconsistency have plagued his progress. Number 5, Isaac Okoro, Cleveland Cavaliers. Isaac Okoro came into the league as a defense-first wing, and that remains his core skill. However, his limitations on offense, particularly shooting, have held him back from becoming a true two-way player. Number 6, Onyeka Okongwu, Atlanta Hawks. Onyeka Okongwu has worked well for the Hawks, primarily coming off the bench. He has been solid on both sides of the court, especially around the rim. However, playing behind Clint Capela has kept his minutes down, preventing him from making a bigger impact. Okongwu is a good role player, but not the breakout star some had hoped for. Number 7, Killian Hayes, Brooklyn Nets. Bottom line, Killian Hayes is still finding his footing in the NBA. His early career was riddled with injuries and poor shooting, often leaving him out of the rotation. His defense has shown promise, but his offense game is lagging significantly behind other guards from his draft class. Number 8, Obi Toppin, Indiana Pacers. Obi Toppin was expected to bring highlight reel dunks and excitement to the Knicks. However, his role in New York was inconsistent. Despite flashes of brilliance, he never became the star the Knicks hoped for. He's now signed with the Indiana Pacers. Number 9, Deni Avdija, Portland Trail Blazers. Deni Avdija has had a solid but unspectacular start to his NBA career. He's a versatile forward with a good feel for the game, but he hasn't developed into a star. His defensive abilities are notable, but his offensive limitations prevent him from being a major contributor. Number 10, Jalen Smith, Chicago Bulls. Jalen Smith never really got comfortable in Phoenix, the team that drafted him. He was traded to the Pacers after just a couple of seasons. While he's a promising stretch big, his development has been slow across the board. He's currently signed with the Chicago Bulls. Number 11, Devin Vassell, San Antonio Spurs. Devin Vassell has shown significant improvement, each season evolving into a 3-and-D potential. He's looking like a crucial piece for San Antonio's future. Number 12, Tyrese Haliburton, Indiana Pacers. The biggest steal of the 2020 draft is undoubtedly Tyrese Haliburton. He has blossomed into one of the league's finest guards, shining as a playmaker and scorer with the Pacers after a shocking trade from Sacramento. Number 13, Kira Lewis Jr., Washington Wizards. Kira Lewis Jr. hasn't had an easy start to his career. Injuries and inconsistent playing time have hindered his progress. He has failed to find consistent minutes in New Orleans, leaving his future in question. Number 14, Aaron Nesmith, Indiana Pacers. Aaron Nesmith was drafted for his shooting prowess, but he couldn't secure a consistent role in Boston before being traded to the Pacers. Number 15, Cole Anthony, Orlando Magic. Cole Anthony has emerged as an elite scoring guard for the Magic, providing the team with much-needed offensive firepower off the bench. Number 16, Isaiah Stewart, Detroit Pistons. Isaiah Stewart is known for his toughness and rebounding abilities. His physicality has made him an instant fan favorite in Detroit. Number 17, Aleksej Pokusevski, Minnesota Timberwolves. Aleksej Pokusevski was one of the most intriguing prospects of the 2020 draft, boasting a unique skill set at 7 feet tall. However, inconsistency and injuries have hindered his development. He's currently playing for KK Partizan NIS. Number 18, Josh Green, Charlotte Hornets. Josh Green has evolved into a reliable role player for the Mavericks, known for his defense and energy. He is now signed with Charlotte Hornets. Number 19, Saddiq Bey, Washington Wizards. Saddiq Bey has proven himself as a shooter and a capable scorer in the NBA. Offensively, he is the more complete player, but McDaniels has shown superior playability on defense for the Wolves. Number 20, Precious Achiuwa, New York Knicks. Precious Achiuwa initially went to Miami but has since found a new home with the New York Knicks. He's an exciting big man offering versatility and defensive potential, even as his offensive game remains raw. Number 21, Tyrese Maxey, Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey is another huge steal of the 2020 draft. His speed and scoring ability make him one of the elite guards in the league, and he's already making noise as an all-star player. Maxey is one of the few in this draft class who has an edge over McDaniels in terms of impact. Number 22, Zeke Naji, Denver Nuggets. Zeke Naji has struggled for minutes in Denver's deep front court. The flashes he's shown haven't amounted to much compared to the meteoric rise of McDaniels into one of the league's best defenders. Number 23, Leandro Bolmaro, New York Knicks. Leandro Bolmaro hasn't made much of an impact in the NBA, spending most of his career abroad or in the G League. Number 24, RJ Hampton, Washington Wizards. RJ Hampton had a promising start but has since struggled to find regular minutes and a defined role. While he still shows potential, McDaniels' steady improvement makes him the better player today. Number 25, Immanuel Quickley, Toronto Raptors. Immanuel Quickley has become a reliable scorer off the bench for the Knicks, and now the Raptors thanks to his shooting and energy. Number 26, Peyton Pritchard, Boston Celtics. Peyton Pritchard has developed into a solid backup point guard for the Celtics, known for his shooting touch and high basketball IQ. However, because McDaniels impacts both ends of the court, he remains the more complete player. Number 27, Udoka Azubuike, Phoenix Suns. Udoka Azubuike has struggled in the NBA due to injuries and lack of playing time. His career with the Phoenix Suns has been quiet compared to McDaniels, who has continued to improve every season since being drafted. Despite being the 28th pick, Jaden McDaniels has risen through the ranks to become one of the top defenders in the league. His journey to this point has been nothing short of impressive. While talent was deep in the 2020 NBA draft, a few teams overlooked Jaden McDaniels. Though players like Edwards and Halliburton have indeed made their marks, McDaniels' steady growth of skills, particularly on defense, positions him as one of the top players from his draft class.